Wow.
And I was like, oh shit. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, it was like 12 hours straight.
Wow.
I was sitting in
Holy
this house.
shit.
And I had just read this book called Oneness by Ram Tha. So
Hmm.
what was crazy to me was I was the visuals was off the chain, and I was sitting there. The colors and the visuals was what I was mostly embedded, enthralled with. But the thing was, after I had read this book, I was like, I don't know, whatever. But after I took the shrooms, I understood the book, like everything in it. I was just like, oh my god,
Wow.
it's true, and I could remember everything in it, and I could see certain
Uh,
stuff, and I was like, okay, so this is not actually solid. Like it can fluctuate any kind of way that like you can imagine. And so I'm like, man, so the sizes was what was killing me, because things was way bigger. My door looked like a drawbridge. It was so big. Then I would sit on the couch, and the couch was
wow.
so big, and I was so small, and my legs were swinging. So it's like I'm sitting there, and I'm like in a little apartment. It's trees, birds, woods, and I'm like, it's a far way to the door. I'm like, damn, like it's a long way to the door. Then I went in the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, oh my god, I'm a minotaur.
Holy shit.
And I'm sitting there, I was like, there's a whole that whole night was fucking crazy, and I was like, damn, I've not gotten any that potent since then. That was like 2008.
W- what exactly was it?
Some red cap shrooms. So
Oh, okay, red capture. Okay, because the video was kind of in and out. I heard red caps.
mhm.
I didn't hear red cap shrooms, but that's pretty tight. Yeah, no shrooms. I can deal with like shrooms. Cool.
Yeah,
Me and my wife were like when me and my wife that was kind of our thing when we first met. Like before we had kids and stuff. Like we would go to the mountains and trip out. There was this one time I can like I like super remember because it was all night. I don't know like how you do them, but when me and my wife used to shroom, we would get like a big old bag and we would do them and wait till they kick in and then keep doing them like progressively throughout the night. So when we did shrooms, it would be like a whole 24-hour thing. Like we'd lead tripping.
um,
And this one time we were in the mountains, and this one time we were in the mountains, and it was tripping me out so bad. It was just like this weird illusion because like in the mountains in New Mexico where we were, they're called the Jemez, and it's a reservation. So like when the forest is so dense, like there's trees, right? There's trees, and then when it's so dense, like it looks like that, like the trees cover each other kind of, and you only see like little spaces in between, like the fucking like in between the trees.
oh,
So like the moonlight is the moon. I'm like looking because we're laying on our backs, and I like tilt my head backwards to look like we're on a hill, we're laying, there's trees, and I tilt my head backwards to like look at the trees, and like there's moonlight going through like all the like the littleness, and it looked like it was snowing. I was tripping out. I'm like, it's snowing on us and this and that, and then I I started to call myself Junkie Christ. Like I went on for like a whole 24 hours calling. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what. Like I just thought it was hilarious, and I was tripped out. And I was like, yeah, Junkie Christ is here, and like me and my girlfriend were like taking pictures with each other and stuff. And I was like, she's like I'm like half tripped out. I'm like, or whatever, and she's like smiling with me or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm all like or whatever, and I'm like, look, you're so happy to be with Junkie Christ and this and that. I'm like, aren't you glad you met Junkie Christ? Like it was just the dumbest shit, dude.
yeah, but everything is
It was
enhanced,
good
so
times,
I can
good
feel how
times,
that would
good
be.
times, dude.
I can see how that would have been
Hmm.
like euphoric. Just sit there, just saying some
It was.
certain things, and it's so funny, and everything is like
Hmm.
amplified. Like I understand, like you can't understand until you understand. It's like an experience, so
Yeah.
it's more spiritual than anything. Like that's why I'm. It's like a shamanic type of thing. Like I don't
And
really. I'm not
yeah.
sitting here to trip balls and act stupid. I really like just want to
Yep.
see
Yeah.
something. I
You
want to
want
see
to.
something. I want to
Hmm.
know something. I want to connect with something. You know what I mean?
Yep. You want to
So
open your mind. You want to open your eyes. You want to
exactly,
look beyond.
exactly.
You want to take off your blinders that you put up. in the world, and that's kind of what drugs do. Like certain drugs, that's what drugs do. Like weed, they take down your blinder. Fucking hallucinogens. They show you
Well,
they show you what you
some of the
don't
stuff
see.
isn't. Some of the stuff isn't really drugs. Some of it's medicine, like a natural medicine.
Okay, yeah,
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 because like they classify everything as drugs because a lot of times they just really just it seems like uh, it's not good for the agenda of some for a lot of us to expand our minds in certain ways and to look within, and then start to gain our own experience because we're supposed to be drones. Like,
mm,
some people, they don't want to compete against somebody who has their full capacity. They want people that's going to be batteries that's going to put into their ideas. They don't want to
right,
compete against somebody else who might expand higher than them. That's competition. It seemed like to me that they killed the
right.
competition. They want people all of their minds to be on a lower scale and kept at a threshold. So
Yep,
expanding is great for
I
us.
completely agree. I completely agree.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like the ending to Men in Black, where the aliens are like they're like playing marbles with the planets or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I
At
don't
the
remember
end,
that
at the
part.
end of Men in Black, it like zooms out of the Earth and then it goes into the universe and then it keeps going and going and going and going and going and then it just shows like two like weird aliens playing marbles with planets, with
Oh,
universes.
wow.
Like they're just like
Oh, okay. So you like you a big movie buff?
I am, dude. I know a lot of people. They're like, I don't watch TV or I don't watch movies or I don't like. I love movies. I love anything and everything.
Oh, okay.
Shitty acting, cheesy acting, bad acting, sad acting. I love it all.
Sometimes the cheesiest ones have been the best ones. Like there's been some
I,
that's is
I
cheese on
love it.
purpose. You know what I mean?
I love it, dude. Cheese on cheese on cheese, dog.
There's some I can't look at, but then there's some they cheesy and they're part of my childhood. They're part of my growth. Like
Yeah,
you ever seen Barry Gordy's The Last
the
Dragon?
last. I was just about to say the Last Dragon. God damn it, the best movie ever made.
Ever made? I mean, come on, it's so cheesy too.
Ever.
At certain parts, Timac is so goofy. He just be like, what it look like, my man, my brother, soul brother.
Oh
But it's
my
like it
god.
gets so funny at how goofy he can be. But then like he's one of those people who cut himself off from being dumbed down with the rest of the world, but made himself pure. He practiced every part of the aspect of the way. So he went into the martial arts. He went into the Tai Chi's on the roof doing Tai Chi. He got the full glow when old dude only got part of the glow, the part where your hands are lethal. So it's like,
Yeah.
and then he said the illest statement ever. He said, what's my statement from that movie? He said, I am in search of the final level where the spirit takes over for the mind and guides the body without thought. I was like, that's my movie. I love
That
it.
it's a super good. I love movies like that. I love